Hello and welcome to Strawberry Patches, episode number 15. Welcome, my name is Marina. I'm coming to you from Auckland. Today is the 31st of May 2018 and I'm very happy to see you here. So today we're going to talk about some finished works that I have made. One of them is this amazing hat with a pom-pom. Some things that I'm working on at the moment, some handmade dolls, some spinning, the Wool Festival that we had here in Auckland, and of course I will tell you about the amazing things that I bought there. So thank you for coming here, and you can see all the details in the Ravelry, where I am known as Marina Toys, also on Instagram as Marina Toys for my toys and Marina Hoja for all the projects that I do in my life here in Auckland, New Zealand. So yeah, it's been a year. Last time I recorded it wasn't really a podiversary, but now officially it's been a year that I've started making these videos, and the journey that I've made from a person who has just started knitting, continued knitting what my grandma taught me, into how much I've learned from all the other amazing podcasters and my friends from knitting group here in Auckland has been amazing. I've learned to spin. I have been exposed to all this amazing New Zealand yarn that I want to share with you, and all these amazing ideas I have now. So first, let's start with the finished objects. This hat, actually, I've done it because I was so tired of tiny stitches on my socks that I wanted really a lot to make something fast, simple with bulky yarn. As you can see, this was pretty bulky, and in terms like it was really bulky, but that's what I liked. I like the craziness of the colors. I like the huge pom-pom, and purple and pink with black amazingly goes well together. And it's winter here, so perfect time for a hat. And I like it how you can turn it and then you'd see more purple or more pink. It did take me 3 times to reknit it though, because I was just lazy to find a pattern for it. So I was just figuring out on the go how it went. Another thing that I've just cast off are my autumn socks. As you remember, I've dyed up some wool with my friend Cher, and I've been excited to make these socks, which are autumn socks. Actually, I think we can say officially autumn's finished here and it's winter time. So just in time, huh? Anyways, don't have those amazing sock blockers you guys have, but on my foot they look pretty nice, and I'm really happy with the way they turned out. I even have some yarn left, which is like a ball like that, which I was thinking of making like a baby hat out of, or baby socks for my baby. As you remember, I'm pregnant, so I am thinking of lots of baby things to do. So this was knit on 1.75 needles, which is super fine for me, but I'm loving the way the speckles are showing. And I would really love to repeat the technique that I've done on this. This was my first and only time that I've dyed yarn. And this is the first object that I've finished from my hand-dyed yarn. Yeah, and this is a sock base, a typical wool and nylon blend. Yeah, that's all for knitting finished objects, but I have some toys. I've been really inspired to use up my scraps that I've been given at the local shop that we have here, and I've used them, and also some of my friend Anna's hand-dyed fabrics that she sent me, and I've done this little toy which has no buttons, so I'm thinking that it can be safe for babies and children to munch on. Oh my god, it needs to be washed though. Yeah, and I've been thinking, now that I'm gonna have my own baby, I've been thinking about washing all my toys before actually giving them to someone, selling them, because I have never done it and I'm wondering how it will react. Like, will these colors bleed, or will it stretch, or what will happen for example, this is hand dyed, so maybe two of them together would somehow react. Of course, I would make sure that it's going to be washed in cold waters, and I'd probably do some hand washing first. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. And I've been so lucky that yesterday at our knitting group, I've been gifted this amazing fabric by this wonderful knitter, Lucy. And I'm thinking that I have to make a doll for her too. Or just using those little scraps, like tiny strips. So one of them, the finished dolls, is this one. Winky, his name is. This one is a bear. I've done this pattern before. The fun part about it is the scarf that I hand knit, and it's actually the thing that makes it so cool. And I like these bears. They're quite snuggly, and I made some tags here saying that they're handmade and my card. Also, I finally finished my New Zealand doll, which I named hold on, I have to look, Atarangi, which means the morning sky. I think it's a beautiful name. It's Maori. And I've decorated her head with a little bit of stitching and buttons because I wanted this amazing fabric not to be the only bright color, but also have some accents here. And there's stars on the wings. And I always make stories about them. So when I made her, I was thinking that she'd be keeping those secrets that you and guarding your dreams when you sleep at night. I'm really happy with how she turned out. At the same time, before I even finished her, I started this angel, which is a fairy, from the fabric that I found. And I was so longing for the summer that most of my family is having right now on the other side of the world, that I fell in love with this skirt fabric, these daisies with yellow, and I thought that this doll should have some blonde hair, and luckily I had this lovely sparkly hair. So her name is Christina. She is a fairy, and I know many people like to see what's underneath the skirt. She's a decent girl. She has some stockings. So with some hearts. I like those details on a doll. And some sparkly owl. So yeah, it's embroidered. I like embroidery. And I was thinking of making an embroidered project for the room for the baby. And that's why I got these hoops. And I'm planning to find some cute or just improvise. I have some fabric and some thread that I got at a local thrift shop. So I think I'm gonna do that for the baby room. So this was the finished objects. Now quickly to the works in progress. I'm still working on the robin sweater, which I showed you. And I am at the sleeve right now, which normally I would have to pick up 70 stitches here, but I don't know how to do it, because if I pick every stitch on this side, it is exactly 50 stitches, and I didn't want to make it exactly 70 because I thought it was going to be too broad. But when I tried it on, it looked fine. I might actually rip it off and still try to cast on at least 60 stitches for the sleeve. So that's why I haven't really been knitting much on it. Well, I will continue. I will persevere. Another thing, I'm all into hats that I just finished today as well, is this gray hat, which is made out of 50% wool or 60% wool and 40% acrylic yarn, paired with this thread, which you can find all the details on my Ravelry page. Well, what I have to say is that I like how these two yarns look together in the ball, but when I knit it up, And I thought, well, gray is an amazing color because it would suit anything. When I knit it up, I actually wasn't that excited about it at all. And I'm thinking of a pom-pom here, mixing these two colors. And it will make the whole silhouette of the hat a bit longer. But I don't know. It's a bit too dull for me, these colors, although right now I'm looking at it, it looks fine. So maybe next time it'll be a finished object. If you don't mind, I'll take it off. It's quite hot here. Another work in progress that I have is made out of this amazing touch yarns, which is possum and merino blend. And as I was telling you last time, I was thinking that the possum would shed a lot, but actually it's been really a joy to knit with, and not at all itchy or doesn't make me sneeze. And what I'm doing here is a workday scarf, and I wanted to make something that would have this color showing in stripes. That's why I chose this pattern, and instead of making it garter, I decided to make it kitchenette. And I think that once I block it, it should be fine. It shouldn't curl up so much. I'll do some aggressive blocking. And I still have so much left, so I think this piece is gonna be much longer than what the pattern calls for. Or I might do something else with the rest of it. But yeah, this is still a lot. So now I want to show you the Woolfest clip that I made this Saturday at the Woolfest, the winter Woolfest here in Auckland, and it was amazing. Enjoy. much fun. I have to run, unfortunately, so quickly, but this was the best yarn fest I've ever seen. So now that you've seen the amazing Woolfest, I want to show you what I got there. First of all, I was very excited to see the Gumtree Gully alpacas, which I heard a lot from before, and I really wanted to visit them, but turns out even though they're near Auckland, it's still quite a trip by car, which seems impossible right now. I don't have a car. So instead, I was happy to see her there and finally get my hands on this amazing alpaca yarn, which is a 8-ply, 50 gram, 100 meter. It is so soft, and there was some baby vests next to it that I really loved, and the touch of it, the feel of it, and I thought that this is what I would want for my baby. So I got this pattern from them that goes with this yarn, and I think that would be perfect since I don't know the sex of the baby yet as well. So that's the plan, to play with this amazing. It's just so soft and really springy, and look at this. It has like, I normally, you know me, I normally like very bright colors, but this somehow in its natural beauty is just fascinating. And the way it's plied, I love it. So, of course, this was not all I got there. Of course, I got some really bright and colorful yarn, which I got from Cindy, from Nana Cindy, New Zealand. It's 100% superwash wool, and it's in DK weight, 100 gram, 217 meters, in these gorgeous, yummy colors. I don't know how this is gonna look, but just to have it here sitting in my basket is already making me happy. So even if I don't make anything out of it. By the way, this is a 100% superwash merino, 357 meters. But this is not a DK weight then. But anyways, both of them make me happy. And I also think that I'm gonna dye some more wool in the future. That's why I got this 8-ply merino from the Little Wool Company. And this is just something thicker than the normal 4-ply that I dyed with last time, because I really prefer a thicker yarn, like a DK weight or 8-ply. And now we're coming to the very exciting part of my purchase. I got this fleece, washed, combed, and dyed fleece wool, which is going to be my next spinning project. And again, I was choosing the colors that I thought could fit either sex of the baby, the boy or the girl. It's called Baby Bliss, and it's a 28 micron Corriedale fleece, manufactured by Anna Gretton Limited in Fielding, New Zealand. And I just am so excited, because look at this. Isn't this lovely? Isn't this like candy? Still smells like, actually I don't know, kind of smells like snow. Doesn't make any sense, but that's what it smells to me like. And that's why I've been spinning more of the hand-dyed yarn, fleece that I have. This is my third batch, and the problem that I'm having here is that I've started to spin thinner and thinner, and since I want to make it into one single project, I'm a bit concerned. But yeah, this will be the next spinning project that we have. Now, dear friends, the last but not least, I wanted to say that our self-dyed cal with Anna is coming to an end, and I wanted to say that you have just one last chance to participate in it. Dye your own wool and post your process in Anna's page in Ravelry. And then I wanted to draw a winner as well. And this is going to be a pattern of your choice. You can win any pattern on Ravelry that you like, and I'm going to draw a winner by the next episode and announce it then. So good luck in that, and thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, that would be very nice. And you can find me on Ravelry, Marina Hoja, and Marina Toys, and on Instagram, Marina Toys and Marina Hoja. Thanks a lot. See you in the next episode. Bye.